Beloved soul, understand that this encounter is not a coincidence. It is a divine appointment, carefully orchestrated by heaven. The hand of God, the guidance of your angels, and the magnetic pull of your destiny have brought you exactly here, to this specific moment on this specific day. What you are about to hear is not just another message, it is a prophetic announcement. God is preparing to move you, physically, spiritually, and emotionally, and that shift has already begun. This is not just about a change of address, it is about a revelation of identity. Take a deep breath and feel that agitation in your spirit. Do not mistake it for anxiety. It is not fear, it is spiritual labor, the tension, the restlessness, the sensation that something is about to happen. These are sacred signs. You are being positioned for your next season. The Lord is not suggesting a change. He is declaring that a new path has already begun to open, even if your physical eyes cannot yet see the horizon. Your phase of immobility is ending right now. The pressure you may be feeling at this very moment, perhaps finances are tight, relationships feel distant, or your spirit feels strangely unsettled, is not destruction. It is divine construction. Heaven is building your exit ramp. Each door that closes in your face is proof that something significantly larger is being prepared for you. Remember, God never relocates his children until the new place is ready. He never allows discomfort unless he is using it to steer you toward your destiny. You are not being evicted from your life. You are being elevated within it. Attention, you need to prepare now. I put together an exclusive resource for those who feel set apart for something greater, but live surrounded by noise, distractions, and mental overload. This is a 30-day journey that will transform your life. A guided path to armor your mind and prepare for what's coming with daily practices of focus, boundaries, and discipline. Stop negotiating with the noise. Learn to spot distractions before they control you. And strengthen your mind. Also available in an immersive audio version. Over 10 Zuzazara readers have already transformed their lives through the 30-day journey. Thousands of people have already started this transformation. People like you who are tired of living in the fog. Ordinary people who decided to stop accepting mental chaos. Take advantage of this limited time offer only this month. Access your link just below in the pinned comment. Therefore, do not fear the change. The same God who guided Abraham out of his homeland and led the Israelites through the Red Sea is guiding you now. You are not being displaced. You are being deployed into your purpose. That strange stirring in your chest, the silent whisper that says, "This message is for me," is not a coincidence. It is confirmation. Heaven is calling your name because your season of quietness has expired. The waiting was not in vain. The lessons, the heartbreaks, the silent tears shed in the middle of the night were never signs of abandonment. They were the curriculum of your preparation. The old atmosphere can no longer contain the new version of you. The soil that once fed you can no longer sustain you. What once seemed familiar now feels strange because God has already raised your spirit to higher ground. You have walked through the valley of humility, and now honor approaches like the dawn. If you have been waking up at strange hours, specifically between 2 a.m. and 4 a.m., understand that this is not insomnia. This is an invitation. In these sacred moments, when the world is quiet and the static of daily life has settled, the veil between the physical and the spiritual is at its thinnest. God is downloading directions and whispering strategies into your spirit. It is not a disturbance of your sleep, it is a divine conversation. He is saying, "Wake up, my child, prepare." The activation is near. Doors that once opened easily for you are now jamming shut. People who walked with you for years have suddenly drifted away or turned against you. Do not lament these changes. Do not chase after those who are leaving. These are proofs of divine redirection. The number one sign that you are about to be activated is not chaos. It is holy restlessness. It is that sacred discomfort, the undeniable sensation that you have outgrown your environment. You are not falling apart, you are breaking through. Just as Joseph was moved from the prison to the palace in a single day, your shift will also come suddenly. This is your Jordan River moment. The waters are parting, and all you have to do is take the first step. The transition will not be comfortable, but it will be glorious. You are not falling into pieces, you are falling into place. What lies ahead is not just a change of location. It is a change of atmosphere, an upgrade of purpose, the unveiling of your divine destiny. The wind of God is moving. Heaven has already packed your future and placed it at the door. All that remains is your obedience. Before I reveal the specific nature of this divine match that is coming into your life, I need you to understand the physics of this spiritual shift. You see, when God is about to bring a divine match, a soulmate, a kingdom partner, a destiny helper, He first has to create space. You cannot put new wine into old wineskins. Many of you have been feeling a deep, aching loneliness recently. It's a specific kind of loneliness. It's not just about being alone. You can be in a crowded room or even in a relationship and still feel this isolation. This is because your vibration has changed. You are vibrating at a frequency that the people currently around you cannot match. It creates a dissonance. You speak, but they don't hear you. You share your dreams, and they look at you with blank stares. This is painful, yes, but it is necessary. God is stripping away the distractions. He is clearing the stage. If you have felt this isolation, I want you to type, "I am ready for the new," in the comments right now. Make this a declaration. Do not be passive. Engage with your destiny. By typing those words, you are telling the universe and your own subconscious mind that you accept the clearing process. You are accepting that the void is not empty. It is pregnant with potential. Now let's talk about the divine match. This is the part that usually shocks people. When we talk about a soulmate or a divine match, we often think in terms of romance, and while that is often a huge part of it, a divine match is primarily about assignment. On January 22nd, a portal of energy opens that facilitates the convergence of timelines. This means that people who are destined to walk together are being pulled toward each other with increased magnetic force. You have been asking God for a partner, for someone who understands you, someone who sees you, and God has been saying, "Wait, I am preparing them, and I am preparing you." The reason it hasn't happened yet is not because you are unlovable. It is because the version of you that existed 2 years ago, or even 6 months ago, would not have recognized this person. Or perhaps you would have ruined the connection with your unhealed trauma. But you have done the work. You have cried the tears. You have forgiven those who hurt you. You have learned to stand on your own 2 feet. And because you have reached this level of wholeness, the match is now authorized to appear. The name of your soulmate will shock you. And when I say name, I want you to listen with your spiritual ears. In the Bible, a name wasn't just a label, it was a nature, it was a character. When God changed Abram's name to Abraham, he changed his destiny. When Jacob became Israel, his nature shifted. The name of the person coming into your life represents their essence. You have been attracted to names in the past that represented drama, chaos, inconsistency, and unavailability. You were attracted to what was familiar to your trauma. But the person God is sending you now bears a different name. Their name is peace. Their name is stability. Their name is consistency. Their name is provision. This will shock you because it will feel boring at first to your trauma demons. You're so used to the roller coaster of highs and lows that when true, healthy, divine love shows up, it feels quiet. It feels safe. And safety can feel unfamiliar if you've lived in survival mode for too long. Prepare yourself for a person who does not play games. Prepare yourself for a connection that doesn't require you to guess where you stand. This divine match is coming to facilitate your purpose. When you meet them, or if you have just met them, you will notice something distinct. They push you toward God. They do not distract you from your purpose. They add fuel to it. This is how you know it is a kingdom connection. The shock comes from the package they arrive in. They might not look like what you typed on your list. They might not come from the background you expected. They might not have the job title you thought was necessary. But when their spirit touches yours, your spirit will leap, just as John the Baptist leaped in Elizabeth's womb when Mary approached. Your spirit knows them before your mind recognizes them. This is why you must discern with your spirit, not just your eyes. I want to pause here for a moment. This is crucial. If you are receiving this, if you feel the truth of these words resonating in your bones, you need to anchor this energy. Do not just listen and scroll away. The algorithm of the universe responds to engagement. Like this video, to signal your openness to receive, subscribe to the channel to align yourself with this high-frequency community. When you subscribe, you are joining a legion of chosen ones who are all waking up at the same time. We are a family of light, and hit that notification bell because God is moving fast, and you do not want to miss the next instruction. Let's go deeper into the signs that this meeting is imminent. We spoke about the 3 a.m. wake-up calls and the closed doors, but there is another sign, a more subtle one. It is the sign of synchronicities. You are starting to see repeating numbers, 11, 11, 222, 444. You are hearing the same phrases from different people who don't know each other. You're thinking about a specific topic, and then you turn on the radio or open a book, and there it is. This is not random. This is the reticular activating system of the universe, guided by the Holy Spirit, showing you that you are on the right path. It is the breadcrumb trail leading you to your divine match. Specifically regarding January 22nd, look for the number 22. In biblical numerology, 22 is often associated with light and revelation, but also with disorder leading to order. It is a master builder number. God is building a new foundation for your life, and this partner is a co-builder. You may be asking, what do I do while I wait? How do I prepare? This is the most common question. The answer is counterintuitive. You do not prepare by searching. You prepare by becoming. You prepare by building the house of your own life so that when the guest arrives, there is a place for them to sit. If you are desperate, you repel. If you are whole, you attract. Spend this time falling in love with your own life. Pursue your passions. Clean your home. Organize your finances. Get your body healthy. When you treat yourself like the prize, the person who recognizes the prize will show up. You are the protagonist of this movie, not a supporting character waiting to be saved. The divine match is not a savior. Only Jesus is the savior. The divine match is a partner. There is a warning I must give you, however. Whenever a great door opens, there are many adversaries. Just as you are getting close to this breakthrough, the enemy will try to send a counterfeit. A counterfeit is a person who looks like the promise but feels like the past. They will show up with intensity. They will love bomb you. They will say all the right things, but your spirit will feel a check, a hesitation, a red flag waving in the back of your mind. Do not ignore that red flag. The counterfeit comes to waste your time and delay your destiny. The difference between the counterfeit and the divine match is peace. The counterfeit brings excitement mixed with anxiety. The divine match brings excitement mixed with peace. The peace of God, which surpasses all understanding, will guard your heart and mind. If you have to constantly question it, if you have to play detective, if you feel drained after being with them, it is a counterfeit. Let it go immediately. Do not bargain with what God has not sent. Now let's address the shock of the name again. Sometimes the shock is that the person is someone you already know, someone you overlooked, someone who has been in your periphery, but you never saw them in that light because you were looking for a specific type. God loves to hide treasures in earthen vessels. He loves to surprise us by using the unexpected. Be open. Remove the blinders of your expectations. Ask God to give you his eyes to see the people around you. There is someone who has been consistent, someone who has been kind, someone who has been there. Maybe you friend-zoned them. Maybe you didn't think they were spiritual enough or successful enough. But God looks at the heart. And on January 22nd or in the days following, a veil might be lifted and you will see someone familiar in a completely new glory. This shift is also impacting your finances and your career. The divine match often brings a key to unlock your abundance. They might have an idea, a connection, or simply the encouragement you need to start that business or apply for that promotion. This is why the enemy fights kingdom marriages so hard. Because one can chase 1,000, but two can put 10,000 to flight. The exponential power of a God-ordained union is terrifying to the kingdom of darkness. This is why you have faced so much opposition in your love life. It wasn't just bad luck, it was a strategic attack to keep you from forming a power couple that would glorify God. But the devil is a liar, and his time is up. The delays are over. The restraining order against your destiny has been lifted. I want you to visualize something with me. Close your eyes for a moment if you can. Imagine you are standing in a hallway. Behind you is a door labeled "The Past." It is closed. You have locked it. You have left the pain, the rejection, and the disappointment behind. In front of you is a door labeled "The Promise." It is glowing with a warm, golden light. You are standing in the hallway and you hold the key. The key is your faith. The key is your identity as a chosen one. Now imagine yourself putting the key in the lock and turning it. The door swings open. What do you see? You see a life of freedom. You see a partner holding your hand, not pulling you back. You see your gifts making room for you. You see your bank account overflowing so you can bless others. This is not a fantasy. This is a prophecy of what is to come. Open your eyes. You must understand that as a chosen one, your timeline operates differently. You don't age, you ripen. You don't lose time, you gain wisdom. So do not look at your age and think it is too late. Sarah gave birth to nations when she was well past childbearing age. Moses started his real mission at 80. Your calendar is not God's clock. God is outside of time. He can do in one day what it would take men 10 years to accomplish. This acceleration is part of the blessing of January 22nd. It is a kairos moment, a moment of indeterminate time in which everything happens. You are stepping into a time warp of blessing. Let's talk about the practical steps for the next 24 to 48 hours. First, protect your energy. Be very careful who you share your dreams with right now. Joseph made the mistake of sharing his dream with his brothers, and their jealousy threw him into a pit. Not everyone can handle the magnitude of what God is about to do in your life. Keep your cards close to your chest. Mary pondered these things in her heart. Sometimes secrecy is the incubator of destiny. Second, stay hydrated and take care of your physical vessel. High spiritual energy requires a strong physical body to conduct it. Drink water, stretch, breathe. Third, forgive. I know we hear this all the time, but you cannot walk into a new future while holding hands with the past. Unforgiveness is a heavy bag that will slow you down. You don't forgive for them. You forgive to cut the cord that ties you to them. Release them and you release yourself. There is a specific message for those of you who have felt like the black sheep of your family. You have always felt different. You were the one who broke the cycles. You were the one who sought therapy, who sought God, who tried to change the narrative. You have carried a heavy burden. You have been the intercessor for your bloodline. Hear this. The cycle breaking stops with you, but the blessing starts with you. You are the Abraham of your lineage. The generational curses stop at your feet, and generational blessings begin with your hands. The divine match coming to you is also a cycle breaker. Together, you will establish a new lineage, a new legacy of emotional health and spiritual wealth. You are not weird, you are chosen, you are not an outcast, you are a pioneer. Pioneers always look crazy to the people who are content to stay in the settlement. But the pioneers are the ones who find the gold. As we approach the end of this transmission, I want to issue a challenge. I challenge you to live the next 7 days as if the promise has already manifested. How would you dress if you knew your divine match was meeting you for coffee? How would you speak if you knew your bank account was full? How would you walk if you knew you were royalty? Fake it until you make it. No. Faith it until you make it. Faith is the substance of things hoped for, the evidence of things not seen. Embody the version of you that lives in the promise. When you align your behavior with your belief, manifestation is inevitable. This is a heavy word. It is deep. It might be overwhelming. That is okay. You can come back and listen to this again. In fact, I encourage you to. Repetition reprograms the subconscious mind. The world has programmed you with fear and scarcity for decades. You need to wash your mind with the water of the Word and the truth of your destiny repeatedly to break those chains. Share this video with someone you know is a chosen one, someone who has been struggling, someone who needs hope. Be a conduit of this light. When you bless others, you open the channel for blessings to flow to you. Let's seal this with a declaration. Repeat this after me, either out loud or in the silence of your heart. I am open to the new. I release the old. I welcome my divine match. I accept my new assignment. I am positioned for the palace. My season of weeping is over. My season of joy has begun. I am a chosen one, and I am stepping into my destiny. As I speak it, so shall it be. Feel the shift? That lightness in your spirit, that is the burden falling off, that is the chains breaking. You are free, you are ready, the date is set, the angels are dispatched, the stage is lit, it is your time. Walk with your head high today, smile at strangers. The universe is conspiring in your favor. God is smiling upon you. You are loved more than you can comprehend, watched over more closely than you realize, and guided more precisely than you know. Before you go, remember that this channel is a sanctuary for souls like yours. We are building a community of giants in the spirit. If you haven't yet, click that subscribe button. It's a small click for your finger, but a giant leap for your spiritual alignment. Join us. Let's walk this path together. Leave a comment below with your name and your city. Let's see where the chosen ones are gathered around the globe. Let's cover the map with light. I read every comment, and I pray over every name. You are not just a statistic to me. You are a brother, a sister, a fellow traveler. The name of your soulmate is destiny. The name of your future is victory. The name of your God is faithful. Go in peace, beloved. The shift has happened. Welcome to your new life. However, there is a secret chapter to this transformation that most teachers never tell you. They sell you the dream, but they do not equip you for the transition. And the transition is where 90% of people fail. You have received the word, but now you must walk the path. And the path, specifically in the first 72 hours after a major spiritual shift, is mined with traps designed to send you running back to your comfort zone. I need you to listen closer now than you have for the entire video, because what I am about to share is the survival guide for your new timeline. If you turn away now, you risk treating this profound shift as just another dopamine hit that fades by tomorrow morning. We are not here for temporary motivation. We are here for permanent transformation. So let's go deeper. The first thing you will experience immediately after claiming your new reality is what psychologists call an extinction burst, and what spiritual masters call the howling of the old guard. In behavioral science, when you stop reinforcing a behavior, it doesn't just fade away quietly. It spikes in intensity one last time before it dies. Your old life, your old poverty mindset, your old toxic relationships, and your old insecurities are going to scream louder tomorrow than they did yesterday. This is not a sign that you have failed. This is a sign that the old you is dying. Do not mistake the death throes of your past for the reality of your future. When you wake up tomorrow and anxiety tries to grip your chest, or an ex-partner texts you out of the blue, or a sudden unexpected bill arrives in the mail, do not panic. Smile. Smile, because this is the confirmation. The resistance is proof of the elevation. An airplane experiences the most turbulence and drag right before it breaks through the clouds into the smooth air of the stratosphere. You are in the climb. Do not cut the engines. Let's talk about the biology of what is happening to you right now. We cannot separate the spirit from the body. They are intertwined. Your brain has a mechanism called the reticular activating system, or RAS. For years, perhaps decades, your RAS has been programmed to look for rejection, scarcity, and struggle. It has been a heat-seeking missile for evidence that you are not enough. Today, we have reset the coordinates. We have told your brain to look for favor, for love, and for abundance. But biology loves homeostasis. Your brain wants to keep you safe, and to your primitive mind, safety is familiarity, even if that familiarity is painful. So for the next few days, your brain will try to trick you. It will highlight the rude person at the grocery store and say, "See, nobody respects you." It will highlight the dip in your bank account and say, "See, you will always be broke. You must override this. This is the war for your attention. Where attention goes, energy flows." I challenge you, for the next 3 days, become the observer of your thoughts, not the victim of them. When a negative thought arises, label it. Say out loud, "I see you, fear, but I do not believe you. I see you, scarcity, but you have no home here." This simple act of observation breaks the neural loop. It prevents the thought from becoming an emotion, and the emotion from becoming a vibration. There is a specific phenomenon that happens to chosen ones when they finally accept their calling, and I need you to be prepared for it so you do not think you are losing your mind. It is called the vibration of isolation. As your frequency rises, you become invisible to people who are vibrating at a lower frequency, or worse, you become irritating to them. You may find that friends you have had for 20 years suddenly stop calling. You may find that family gatherings feel exhausting and you leave with a headache. You may feel a sudden intense desire to be alone, to sit in silence, to disconnect from the noise of the world. Do not fight this. This is not depression. This is incubation. A caterpillar must disintegrate completely inside the cocoon before it can restructure itself into a butterfly. If you rip open the cocoon too early because you are lonely, you kill the butterfly. Embrace the solitude. God does his best work in the dark room. If people are falling out of your life right now, let them fall. They are not bad people. They are just not equipped for where you are going. You cannot take everyone with you to the summit. The air is too thin up there. Some people require the density of the valley to survive, and that is okay. Bless them, love them from a distance, and keep climbing. Before I reveal the 3 specific signs that your manifestation is literally days away, I want to address the elephant in the room: time. We live in a society obsessed with chronos time, linear clock time. Tick-tock, tick-tock, you feel you are behind. You look at others your age who seem to have the house, the marriage, the career, and you feel a pang of failure. Stop that immediately. That is the illusion of the matrix. You operate on Kairos time, God's time, divine timing. In Kairos time, a day can be as 1,000 years, and 1,000 years as a day. God can do in a split second what you have been trying to do in your own strength for 10 years. The delay was not a denial, it was a preparation. You needed to develop the character to sustain the blessing. If you had received the wealth 5 years ago, it might have destroyed you. If you had met your soulmate 10 years ago, you might have traumatized them with your unhealed wounds. Trust the timing. You are not late, you are perfectly positioned. The arrow must be pulled back before it can shoot forward with power. The further back you have been pulled, the further forward you will fly. Now pay close attention. Here are the 3 unmistakable signs that the breakthrough is imminent. If you are experiencing these, do not give up, because you are inches from the gold. Sign number 1 is chaotic sleep patterns and vivid dreams. You might find yourself waking up consistently between 3 a.m. and 5 a.m. In spiritual traditions, this is known as the witching hour or the divine watch. The veil between the physical and spiritual worlds is thinnest at this time. If you wake up then, do not just roll over and check your phone. Sit up, listen. The universe is trying to download information to you. Your spirit guide, your intuition, the Holy Spirit, whatever you call that higher power, is knocking on your door while your logical mind is asleep. Keep a journal by your bed. Write down what you feel in those moments. The answers to your biggest problems are often delivered in the silence of the pre-dawn. Sign number 2 is a sudden intensification of challenges. We touched on this, but let's go deeper. It's not just small annoyances. It feels like all hell is breaking loose. Your car breaks down, your computer crashes, you get into an argument with your boss. This is what I call the storm before the calm. The enemy or the force of resistance always fights hardest when it knows it has lost. It is a distraction strategy. It wants you to focus on the broken car so you miss the opportunity that is walking past you on the street. It wants you to focus on the argument so you lower your vibration and miss the phone call that changes your career. Maintain your peace at all costs. When chaos erupts, stand in the eye of the storm. Be the calmest person in the room. Your reaction is being tested. If you can stay centered when everything is spinning, you prove to the universe that you are a master of your reality, not a slave to circumstances. Sign number 3 is the most subtle but the most powerful. A sense of unexplained peace amidst the uncertainty. Logically, you should be freaking out. Your bank account might be low, your love life might be non-existent, but deep down in your gut you feel fine. You feel a strange, quiet confidence that everything is working out. You stop worrying, you stop striving, you stop checking your phone every 5 minutes. This is the state of surrender. This is the Sabbath of the soul. When you reach this point, you have detached from the outcome. And paradoxically, detachment is the magnet that pulls the desire to you. As long as you are desperate for it, you push it away, because desperation signals lack. When you are attention, you need to prepare now. I put together an exclusive resource for those who feel set apart for something greater, but live surrounded by noise, distractions, and mental overload. This is a 30-day journey that will transform your life. A guided path to armor your mind and prepare for what's coming with daily practices of focus, boundaries, and discipline. Stop negotiating with the noise. Learn to spot distractions before they control you. And strengthen your mind. Also available in an immersive audio version. Over 10 Zuru readers have already transformed their lives through the 30-day journey. Thousands of people have already started this transformation. People like you who are tired of living in the fog. Ordinary people who decided to stop accepting mental chaos. Take advantage of this limited time offer only this month. Access your link just below in the pinned comment.